Hello, welcome back to Founding Core Plays Factorio Seablock. So, what we were doing in the last episode was taking our sodium sulfate, which is what we're working on right here. Now, we want to take it and turn it into sodium and sulfur. Why we want to do that, you ask? Well, the reason being is because we can then start getting rid of our hydroplants that are taking our sulfuric wastewater and turning that into sulfur. Because as you can see, we've got a lot stored up, but there's no need to do that anymore. Actually, while I'm over here, let's pick up some of this. Oh, that's right, we were full on a lot of our machines. So, what can I shove? Let's shove that down here. So let's pick up our... Oh, we're full. Alright. I don't like that being sat right there. What is this taking? Thin mud or water? Okay. I can care less about that. I'll put one of these down there. We'll leave the lights right there. You know, we're nice like that, like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. Yeah, that's not long enough. Yeah, I really want to get rid of these pipes. These pipes are hot trash. You know what? I will deal with that later. What I will do is I'll take these... There. I'll take those stone pipes and we'll just shove them right there. That'll give us a little bit of room back. Don't you think? So, this one right here is going to take in... And I can't believe it's used an electrolyzer. Of all things. Oh, no, we don't want to craft it. Yeah, see, it's only used in electrolyzers, which is pretty odd. But it's going to produce some sodium. Now, the sodium, what we can do with it is take it along with some carbon dioxide to make more sodium carbonate. Or we can take the sodium along with these others and make sodium cyanide and hydrogen gas, or we can straight up make sodium hydroxide. You know. So, what we're gonna do is I'm thinking about making sodium carbonate. And the reason that is, well, I thought I had a good little system that I was going to do, but I guess I don't. Interesting. I thought I had something pretty good planned out for it. Interesting. Well, I guess I didn't. So we get 4 sodium and 2 sulfur from doing this. Alright. Wait, that is 4 sodium every 2 seconds. So 4 every 2. Now, I'm not expecting to make anything non-stop. But let's look at this sodium carbonate. It's used mainly in making sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide. Which sodium hydroxide is used to make sodium hypochlorite. Which, isn't that something we were making as a byproduct somewhere? Yes, right there. So, we were already making sodium hypochlorite up there. But anyway, so we would run sodium carbonate down. Sodium carbonate would produce sodium hydroxide solution. Right, we would make all this. And that would continuously make us perchloric acid. Perchloric acid makes us the ammonium perchlorate, which was helping us make rocket boosters. And we can also take the salt to turn right around and make more sodium and chlorine gas, or saline water. Or we can take the salt and sulfuric acid to make hydrochloric acid and sodium sulfate. What was the hydrochloric acid used in? Cretinum. Okay. Which one was it that we needed for the process? I think I want to say it was Givolite hydrofluoric acid. That's the one thing I want to figure out what we could do to make that a lot easier than just saying taking fluoride ore. Now, you can make or take and get the hydrogen fluoride gas and turn it into hydrofluoric acid. But if you look at this, it's not really an easy way to make hydrogen fluoride gas. I mean, look at this. We could do this to make 20, but that's not even a lot. And look, this is to take hydrofluoric acid. And we don't even have a hydrofluoric acid. So, it's like, really? Alright, let's look at making fluoric wastewater. Excuse me while I sneeze. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I hate sneezing. So, to make fluoric wastewater, the only way to do it is to crush Givolite and make Givolite chunks. So, what can we mix together with that Givolite chunks? So, straight zinc. You can make straight fluorite ore, which is making crystal catalyst and ferrous powder. Ferrous powder. Right here. Taking crushed ferrous mixture. So that would be how we would do it. Aluminium. Ah, that sucks. Basically, aluminium and zinc. The two items, or two ores that I don't need. The two ores I do not need to save my life. And if all we did was turn... Well, we only need 10. It says we only need 10 every 2 seconds, assuming the crafting speed was 1. And the crafting speed is only 0.75. So it would be a lot less time than 2 seconds that we would need 10 hydrofluoric acid. Anyway, sorry. Let's just get back to what we were doing. So, if we do this... just a Mark 1 would be fine. We'll take this and some carbon dioxide to make sodium carbonate. We'll just remove a bunch of that. This is going to output 2 items. Which is crazy because there's nothing that needs to connect into this, which is blowing my mind. That's 6 items every 2 seconds. Believe it or not, one inserter can handle that. It's gonna put out sulfur and sodium. Output we'll put on the left will be sulfur, which we will connect all the way over here. Oh, too far. It'd go right there. There we go. This will connect right in here. And we'll just... we can do that. Or... we could do this. We could do that. So that this can go under like that. Boom. Problem solved. Do I have any lights that I can throw down? I don't. Let's keep that flare stack there. That'll input the sodium sulfate. That'll output... wait, why did I do this? I don't even know why I did that. Ignore me, people. I was thinking we were already making... I don't know what I was thinking. I need a liquefier next. Just a Mark 1 will do. We're going to take... how many? 5 every, let's say, 2 seconds. We're probably never gonna make this. Like, we're not trying to, like, this is what we need to produce a lot of. Here's where we needed to do this. There we go. And this is only going to output 5. So, 1, 1. There we go. That's done. For the most part, all we need is... still... We'll use brass. And then that's titanium. We are looking for carbon dioxide. It is right here. I wish they would show a little bit better, but if wishes were fishes, the world would be a sea. There. There's carbon dioxide. Now, it's got plenty. We have room for expansion if we ever need to. This is set up to help deal with that. Now, don't get me wrong. I still got to tie in the sulfur. That's not what I was getting at. But don't get me wrong. Once we get that, what is it, glass? Oh, come on. Right here. Yes, glass mixture. So once we get the science for this, we're just going to take our sodium carbonate and our sodium sulfate, and we will just turn it into glass. Because they're just... I mean, look at sodium carbonate. Or not carbonate. Sodium sulfate. It's only good for making sulfur and sodium. Like, it's great to make the white liquor. But you would literally take sodium hydroxide, which you can get from the sodium, turn that into sodium hydroxide. So let's start from the beginning. Alright, we're producing sodium sulfate up here. We can take that sodium sulfate, turn it into sodium. Then we can take that sodium to make sodium hydroxide. So then we can take that sodium hydroxide. Let me find it. And then we can turn it back into more sodium sulfate. Or we can turn it into sodium carbonate. Or we can take that sodium hydroxide and some of the sodium sulfate to make white liquor. Then we could take that white liquor to make black liquor to make green liquor to make white liquor, and just keep the cycle going, basically to make more cellulose pulp, which I don't know why we would need more cellulose pulp, because all it's for is making paper. And we're already doing this. This will give us tons of sodium carbonate. But I'm not worried about this sodium carbonate right here. It's just to get rid of some of this stuff. And I'm just trying to reduce using our sulfuric wastewater here to make the sulfur. But anyway, there's that done. I was wanting to play around a little bit with that. Alright, let's look at some of these other byproducts that we have. So we were looking into that hydrofluoric acid, hydrogen fluoride gas. How can we make that hydrogen fluoride gas? We can make 20, which we were only needing 10 like every 2 point something seconds. So we don't need a lot, but if you have a lot of those machines making, we're going to need a lot. So we got to figure out what's the best way to do it. Now, we got a lot of benzene. Benzene is from butane. Ethylene is from ethane. So I have no problem. Let me go back. I have no problem making that. We make tons of that. Turning it into ethyl benzene. Ethyl benzene and a green metal catalyst makes styrene. Styrene makes liquid rubber with butadiene. Liquid rubber is used for rubber. Rubber helps make insulated wire and a mechanical foot. But that insulated wire is used in big electric pole Mark IIIs, medium electric pole Mark IIIs, and substation Mark IIIs. Beacon Mark IIIs, mechanical legs, and a roboport antenna array 3. So basically power lines. So we need to use more power lines to use more of that stuff. But you can make liquid rubber so many different ways. Why anybody would do it this way is beyond me. Because you get so much of this crap that it's like you want to get rid of it. So, back to the beginning again. The only way we're going to do this is if we're constantly using so many power lines. And that's not going to happen. It just is not going to happen. As you can see, I'm barely using any right now. And the better they get, the more they, cover more. So, the only other way to do it is making it this way. But to get fluoric wastewater, you're going to have to do this. So it's kind of the best option to do is this way. Taking acid gas. Now we can make acid gas real easy just by doing a used lime filter. A used lime filter is literally taking lime in a filter, making porous lime filter, taking that porous lime filter, making a used lime filter and sulfuric wastewater, then taking that used lime filter to make acid gas, then taking that acid gas along with green metal catalysts to make hydrogen sulfide gas, which is used to make sulfur, which we're not needing, might I add. So that's gonna be not a good way to do it. This is what we're gonna have to do, and I guess we'll just have to flare stack that hydrogen sulfide gas. But this is something that's gonna have to be done further down. So that sucks. Alright, so let's see what else we can start doing. What is the issue here? We're not making enough purified water. That makes... I was gonna say that makes no damn sense. Okay, that's fine. Let's move up here. I think it was mineralized water that was holding us back. Because there's tons of purified water. Yes, it is mineralized water that's holding us back. Where did I have the mineralized water? It was right here. Okay, so it was tied into the bus. So it seems to me like we're... like we don't have enough iron. Give me that. Might as well give me that, because why not? I think we might have ran out of iron. And this is just a bunch of junk. And what was this? Brass? Yeah. Alright, let's go look at our... Oh, yeah, I needed to look at that. Did we research that? Logistic warehouse. Okay, let's look at warehouses. Where are they under? Right here. Needs a lot of steel plate. Holy shit. Oh, but that's still pretty good. A storehouse? Only needs 50, but it holds 450? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so if that's 200, times that by 4, that would be, what? 1,800? So 4 of those would equal 1 of those. So instead of having 4 buildings, you'd only need 1 building. Alright, so we clearly have no iron. We have a crap ton of copper. Let me add all that there. I don't know what this is, but I am just going to do that. Ammonium. We have a crap ton. Silver. What was the issue with silver? Let's go deal with that, because we needed to make silver. Yeah, let's focus on that. Silver. Nitric acid, that's what it was. Yes. That was it. We were trying to make nitric wastewater. Okay, what's the other way that I can make nitrogen dioxide gas? At this point, it doesn't really freaking matter. How do I make sodium nitrate? You know, nitric wastewater. Basically what we need to begin with. Because, you know, logic. Alright, so let's go down and get the green metal catalyst and ammonia. Oh, getting caught up. So, we need chemical plants. What's the best chemical plant I have on me? A Mark II? Maybe, can we make Mark IIIs? Or is that too advanced? That's too advanced. Car. Where's car? Car equals me inside. I've got to get rid of some of these inserters. But I know I shut down all the... production of ores, but... I mean, we... Other than iron... You know what? Let's see. Real quick. Just real quick. Promise you it's going to be real quick. Making iron is just... 4 is crushed sapphire, sapphirite, and crushed givelite. So... That's a lot of iron. And that, you know, in that just little bitty early stage. So that's not bad at all. We may just do that. Run down all our metal or other ores like zinc and nickel. Ammonia, not aluminium, not ammonia. Aluminium. Alright, so... Where am I at right now? What is this? Okay, so this is needing ammonia. Yeah. So ammonia was up here. I don't have any of those crappy pipes, do I? Nah. Darn. Here we go. Here we go. Let's hop out of here. What was the issue? We were lacking sulfuric wastewater. That's it? That's all we were lacking? No way. Can we use any of the productivity? No, we can't. So what we could do is speed this up. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to boost these up. And that puts it at a 2. Oh, these are Mark 3s. How do I make Mark 4s? Concrete brick. How many do I need of that? 55. So let's say, what? A total of 110. Let's say 110. Check. And then an algae farm Mark 3, which I can just pick them up, which is what I'll do right now. I find that weird how it's just now automatically somehow able to find some sulfuric wastewater out of its ass. Alright. We're going to go up there and we're going to make sulfuric wastewater. We'll come back down here and we'll upgrade those to Mark 4. Because, as you can tell, we're going to need it. Alright, so let me show you what we're going to do right here. So, believe it or not, it was actually what I was showing y'all a minute ago. What we needed to do. For making... I want to say acid gas. It was basically that. But here's what we want to do. We want to find our lime. And to make lime, you got one of two ways. You can take the calcium sulfate and turn it into lime. But don't we have sulfur dioxide gas? No, that makes sulfuric acid. I don't need to make sulfuric acid. I need to make sulfuric wastewater. Or you could take limestone and turn it into lime and carbon dioxide. But if we're already doing that, or if we're already making calcium sulfate, which calcium sulfate was coming from fluorite ore, so I think we're probably through all that. No. No, we're not. We're combining it into our lime belts. Okay, so what do we need to do with the lime? A settling machine, which will make porous lime filter. We'll take porous lime filter and an air filter. Do I have air filters? Let me go check in that chest. And I'm going to check in my car, too. I do have a Mark III algae farm. No, I don't see any. I'm going to keep these over here because that was for what they were for, was over there. I really want to take this with me. What do I want to put away? We'll put this chemical furnace over here. Yeah, I don't see any air filters. So we're going to have to make one. We could make Mark IIs. It's not really hard. Crafting speed is dramatically different. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. Now let's go find where we're making lime. Should be kind of early because that was one of the very few things. Oh, you know, I want to see something. Can you put productivity? No. That's dumb. Alright, here we go. Here's our lime. Now if we can find a decent area. Well, here's a area. An assembly machine. And what does it need coming in? A filter frame. But even if we did, we're not going to have any room. Alright, and these just had 2 of those in there. Sweet. Alright, cool. And then it just had 1 of those. This is not going to be cool, because I don't know what it's going to need. You know what? Let's work on this for a moment, so I know what's going on. There, you can have all those. So we got 2 of these. They're producing at 3.2 crafting speed. Alright. Let's see. The time it takes is 20 seconds. So 20, divide that by 3.2. It takes 6.25 seconds to make 40 of them. So we're making 80 every 6.25. So 40, divide that by 6.25. We're producing about 6.4 per second. I repeat, 6.4 per second. Alright, so we're producing 12.8 per second since there's 2 machines. This is a crafting speed of 2. Can I put a productivity in there? I can't. Now, I can speed it up. This is not gonna need... Oh, come on. There. And then let me put this up. There we go. Crap. That's what it is. Throw that medium electric pole in here. Yeah, because these are Mark 2s. Ah, that sucks. There. Throw these Mark 2s back in there. That's fine. I ain't worried. I ain't trying to fix all these. And I can't put productivity in there. So all I can do is make it faster and make it efficient. That's it. So we're looking at these. I guess what I'll do is I'll add at least 3 efficiency. Might as well. But now they're crafting speed of 2. They need 10 every... What is it? I'd say 1.5. So they need 10 every 1.5 seconds. And these we were producing, I think I said 12.8. So eventually that's going to back up. So let's speed this up just a little bit. Let's look at that. Now it's a crafting speed of 2.6. So now we need... Now we need 10 every 1.15 second. And we're producing... How many did I say? Oh, I cannot remember. Okay. Let's go back. 20 seconds, divide that by 3.2. That means we're producing 40 every 6.25. So 40, divide that by 6.25. That means we're making 6.4 a second. So now we're producing 12.8 a second. So 12.8, and I think it said we needed... Oh, I didn't enter it in. Alright, so 12.8 a second. Now, this is... So that means this needs 10 every 1.15 seconds. And we're making 12.8 every second. So... there will still be a little... still be a little bit of backup. So now this goes to 3.2. So let's go 3, divide that by 3.2. That's 0.93. So now we're needing 10 every 0.93 seconds. Well, if we're producing 12.8 per second, I think that might kind of work itself out. Kinda. Don't hold me to it now. But it may work out. Okay. So we need to go find some room to make sulfuric wastewater. So let's try to find us... Okay. What is this? Carbon dioxide? Yeah, that should only need it if... that should only work if we absolutely, desperately need it. Kinda can't make it right there. I mean, we could kinda make it right here. Because this is coming in from the naphtha. Let's see. We would need an assembly machine and then also an air filter. Hold on, let me look at this. We would just... We would take an assembly machine to make porous lime filter. We would take that porous lime filter and water, put it in an air filter. You know what? Let me just do it like this. I'm just gonna make one. Try to remember where there's the air filters are at. I don't really have a lot of landfill. I need to go get some. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, so we need an assembly machine. This is going to make us porous lime filter. Actually, let me do it to where we're gonna... So we need lime coming in. Lime's gonna come in like that. But it also needs filter frame. Okay, not a big deal. Sounds like it'd be easy peasy. Alright, so this is going to output a porous lime filter. Alright, that porous lime filter, along with water, is going to be needed in an air filter. Let's just say for argument's sake that's the way we're going to do it. Because more than likely we'll have like water run in here and this run out here. So that takes in the porous lime filter. That's our input. That's our output. And we're also going to output a used lime filter. Alright, now that used lime filter... Oh, wrong thing. Now that used lime filter is going to need to go into a liquefier. Not a big deal. Liquefier. Huh. I must have done something with the Mark 1. Anyway, we'll use the Mark 3. Doesn't matter. We'll take this. And, you know what? Let me scoot it over. Alright. It's going to take the used lime filter. And then it's going to output the filter frame. Which what we'll do... Oh. We'll run it back up. Back to the beginning. Because these porous lime filters... And I'll show you, are only used in this recipe. That's it. They're not used in anything else, okay? Then you're thinking, well, what about the used lime filter? Okay, let's look at that. They're only used in this one recipe. So this will be an endless loop of the filter frames going up and around, up and around, up and around. And that's perfectly fine. So, now we know how big this needs to be. Now I'm going to remove all these. There. So we needed at least that much length. Which works out. it works out in the sense now we know what we're dealing with. So, driving around... Ah, crap. Got a little ahead of myself. Uh-huh. Now, it is only set up for over here. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I could go head north and run up that way and tie everything in. But... Ooh, I just thought of something. Did I even add... I keep doing that. Did I even add acid gas on the bus? That'll be pretty crappy if I don't. Thank you. I hope I did. Oh man, that will suck if I did not do that. I will hate myself. So much stuff. So many pipes. Let's hold off right here. So here's acid gas. Okay, did it go down here? No, because that's going down over here. Maybe that's what that was for. Let's see, what's right down this lane? I mean, so far, nothing. That's what I can tell. Well, we're gonna assume that's what it was. It may come back and bite me in the ass, but let's just assume that's what it is. But let's double verify. Acid gas was not going anywhere else. We don't have any of those pipes. We don't have any more brass. So we're going to run that. And then we're going to run these. Wait, why am I doing this? Pretty sure that's only for that, because that will never go anywhere else. Hello?
Hi, Jeremy. This is Kaylin with eTrailer.com.
Yes, ma'am.